Welcome back, everybody. Today we are in my shop. Not my shop at my house, but my hobby shop that I've been renting for closer to 12 or 13 years now. Today's project, we're going to be installing a 12-volt fridge in my 1995 Camp Rise van, which you've all seen, Bandit. So hang tight and hopefully you guys enjoy this. So just a quick little side note, a few weeks ago it was my birthday and Michelle bought me a nice 12-volt fridge for Bandit. I'm super excited to put this in because I am so over the ice thing. It'll be just nice to put food in, not have to worry about it. So that is today's video, is installing the 12-volt fridge. I gotta change some cabinetry in Bandit, raise some stuff. There's gonna be woodwork, there's gonna be welding in this video. I did start the project yesterday by welding out a bracket to hold the fridge. I'll show you guys that all shortly. Let's just open up the shop and get going. Quick little side note, when Bandit's not in your way, we do have a beautiful ocean view to enjoy. I love the location of my shop. You get to see the ocean. I guess that's it. It's awesome. Anyways, back to the video, let's go. So between my hobby shop here and my house, I'm always bringing tools back and forth. So it was quite the disaster in Bandit because I needed a lot of tools today. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it at my house. And then I do have a little bit more welding to do. So it's probably just easier to load up the van full of junk, bring it all here. So if you'll excuse me for a minute, let's unload it. Here's the fridge. It is a 45 quart, I believe. So it holds a lot of beer. Pretty excited. I mean food. It holds a lot of food. So this is the contraption I welded yesterday. It might not make sense right now, but as you can see, sliding tracks. I'll show you the gist of it in a minute here. I'm almost done, I promise. I welded this frame yesterday. I didn't really think I was going to make a video of it until last night, and I'm like, hey, I should document this because I'm sure you guys would love to see it. So I welded this up, and let me get the fridge. That will sit in here. And these, unfortunately, there's no real way of screwing it to the frame, so I'm gonna have to use ratchet straps off the handles. Either way, it's gonna live there. You can see it's gonna come out. Smart idea, I think. When I get it in there, it'll make more sense, I think. I like the idea so far. So you never know, I might not even post this video. For anybody that's wondering, that big black welding rig there, it is not mine. The shop landlord, her son shares this space with me, and we're both welders. He just built this rig. It's taken him a while, but now it kind of lives here. We just use my side of the shop. Yeah, hopefully it gets working soon, so we can have all the shop back. So the only thing I didn't quite get figured out yesterday is what's gonna keep it in from locking. And I know some of you are gonna probably comment and say that there's ones that you can buy that actually have a lock. Well, they didn't have any in stock in my local store, so I'm just going with what I got. Anyways, plan is to use this guy here when it's in the fully closed position. The barrel pin goes through there, but it's a little far away. So what I'm gonna do is weld another plate just there. That way it has somewhere to mount to. And I'll drill a hole for that thing, if that makes sense. If not, just watch and you'll see. That should work. Since this is so close to the edge of material, I'll probably drill 2 new holes in there so we can get 4 screws in there. What more could you ask for? I think that worked a lot better than what I was expecting, honestly. Okay guys, as you can see, the mounting bracket is done. So I got to take apart that cabinet, countertop thing in there, the inverters on it, all the wiring's there. So I'm going to show you a bit of that, maybe explain a little bit of what's going on in there. And then I got to let the camera charge. So you're not really going to miss much. It's just me taking things apart. It's not the funnest thing. So this is it guys, this is just a very basic setup. You got your bus bar systems there. You got your inverter here. That goes all the way back to a house battery to the front of the van underneath the hood. Okay. Got it out. Let's see what we can do. So this is just how custom projects go sometimes. Didn't really incorporate enough height for it not to scrape the floor. It's only about 1/2 inch to 5/8 of an inch off the ground, but once it gets its own weight and the fridge isn't even there, it drags on the floor, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna have to shim it up, weld on some more shims, just to bring it up maybe 1.5 inches, and that should do it. All right guys, as you can see, these 2 pieces are running perpendicular to the frame that I already made. Not only does it shim it up 1.5 inches for more clearance, it does give me more fastening points for screwing it down into the van. It will make it way more rigid too. I was really just trying to keep the height lower for the countertop, but it is what it is. This needs to happen. All right guys, well, basically 2 cuts in less than 1 foot of welding. Here we have it. And you know what? It is way better than I thought. It also holds these tracks nice and straight so that, you know, when you're installing it, it doesn't either go in or go out and then it screws up the alignment for this. So I'm kind of happy that I did that. It makes it way more stiffer. Like I said, the fastening points, and I think it looks cool. She's all ready to go. Get ready to get mounted. I'm going to mount it with some self-tapping screws. Yes, I am going through the floor of the vehicle. I know people don't like doing that. They try and glue things down. Well, I kind of get that if the vehicle is like a brand new Sprinter that's worth $100,000. Hey, do you. This thing's from 1995 and it cost me $1,200. I'm going to do what's easiest and strongest, and in my opinion, this just seems like the best. So you can do other things. Don't take this as literal advice that you need to do this. This is just what I'm going to do. So let's get that in there. Okay, so this is where you got to make decisions. Make sure you don't mess it up. So you want to check everything. Clearances, heights, anything that might obstruct the way this thing works from functioning. So we're going to put it roughly into a spot that I want it to live. I'm gonna put the fridge in, I'm gonna lift the lid, see if it hits the chair or, you know, hits anything else. Maybe we need to move it around. This is pretty crucial. And when it comes to drilling into the floor, you don't want any more holes than you need to, so this is regularly where I drive. So I can move it forward, and as you can tell, can't really open it, but in the fully forward position, I couldn't have done it this good if I planned it. So that's the whole point, and then you're conserving space. You don't have to move your seat after you get out and drive. You simply just get out and you pull it. And the whole other point to this is, when it's fully out, you don't need to climb in the van to access the food. You can just leave it out with these hinges. It's easy just to reach in, grab your food, beer, whatever have you, and it can just stay there while you're camping, or you can put it back in, your choice. It's just an accessibility thing that I wanted. The thought of climbing in there to grab stuff is kind of annoying. Basically, we're gonna kind of tack this thing into position, and then we're going to try it and see if we're happy with it. So we're only going to use minimal amount of screws. I'm probably just going to start with one somewhere around in the middle. All right. Well, let's put the fridge in it and have a look. Not bad. Test run number 1. That's perfect. The van is on a slope, like hard that way, so it will naturally run. If it's leveled out, it shouldn't obviously do that. But that's good. Look how close it is to the door. We can open the lid. Back to the closed position. All right, guys, we got that thing installed, mounted, fixed. The fridge is gonna get ratchet strapped or some kind of guy line with turnbuckles on it. I don't know that part yet. Either way, the bracket's mounted, which means we can move on to this, where the inverter sat, and like a little floor light and a cabinet where I would put an extra battery. So I'm limited on space now. I also would like a full counter, but I'm not quite sure how I want to do this. So I'm going to start pulling measurements and just think on it. So yeah, give me a minute. So I'm going to be honest with you. I do know how to do a little bit of cabinetry work, but I'm not doing this right at all. I'm using like 2x2s to back it. I'm not pocket jointing them, pocket drilling them. Mostly because I'm being lazy about it, and it's just gonna hold the battery and some minor components, and then it's gonna get screwed to the floor. So in this case, it's all about strength, not about prettiness. It's all gonna be hidden and it's gonna be strong. So that's all I care about. And it's a time thing. I really wanna go camping. Well, it's in. I totally forgot to record putting it in. But I still have to cut a hole here for the drawer face, and then I'll probably put a shelf in it. And overall I'm pretty happy with the height of it. You know, over top of the cooler, so we still have a full 3 feet of counter space. I think I like it. It's officially time to put in the slam latches. I'm going to be honest here, I've never installed these before, so it's going to be interesting. And I only have one of these pieces because it's thinner material. They need a 1/2 inch for these to work properly, so that's what this is. And I managed to find some at my house. It's the only piece I have, so I have one chance to F this up. It's good. Upon further investigation, I have effed up. I definitely made this thing way too close to this edge. I totally didn't incorporate this, like the width of it. So I either get a new piece of plywood and make a new door, or I gouge this out a little bit and make this thing work, which I think I'm gonna go for that option because I don't feel like I'm driving to the store to get another piece of wood. Well, that worked pretty good. Use the flush cutter there, notched out, and you got a nice tight fit. I think I can live with that. After much effing around, got it. Definitely don't take my advice on how to put these things in. Not that I was offered, just don't do what I did. There's probably good YouTube videos for that. But, you can tell, it works. That is about all I'm gonna do to it. Got the slam latch in. Got a shelf in here, top counter. So the only thing that's really left now is sanding and staining. I'll spare you the video of me sanding it. It's gonna take a while anyways. All right guys, I've sanded the cabinet. What I wanted to show you though was, I was trying to think of a way to fasten this to this. I was gonna use ratchet straps, but it looks kind of ugly. So I went to my local hardware store and I found these do you call them? Turnbuckles, sorry. Fortunately, they only had 2 of these styles and then a bunch of these, and I didn't like these, so I'll put these on the back side and these on the front side, which you can tell aren't long enough to get down to there. What I'm going to do is drill a hole in here, I think. So if you take off the one and get a longer one, which I had to buy separately, they can hook in here. Oh wait, we can hook those guys in here, sorry. And then drill a hole through there or through the side into there, and we should be good. So you guys get the gist of it. Basically, these turnbuckles will suck it right down into it. There's also a backing nut here, as you can tell, so you can lock them into position. I doubt they would move anyways. Yes, I'm missing one on the back, but I just got lazy and didn't want to put it on. I'm gonna have to paint it all anyways. I'm gonna take it back off. I was just seeing how it would work. I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, let's get this all apart. Let's prep this for paint. Let's prep that for stain. And away we go. And on day 3, that is 2 days more than I wanted to spend doing this, we're coming to the finishing touches. Stain is dry to the touch because I did this yesterday. The paint on the bracket is dry on the hardware. So what I feel like is this is going to take me no time at all to install, but then I still got to wire in the inverter, the wiring, got to wire in the fridge, figure that all out. So who am I kidding? This will probably be a 4-day thing. Sounds like a long time because it is a long time. Well guys, we did it. The counter and the cabinet door are now in. I have put the inverter in there, and there's going to be a flush mount 110 plug off of there. At least the inverter isn't exposed now. This is going to be holding my laptop and camera gear in there. I'm going to put some more batteries in there eventually in the near future. And now the fridge has been wired to the whole electrical system. Look at that. So that's awesome. Or you can, with the chairs backwards, you can turn this way. Do from here too. Mission accomplished. Fridge is installed. Customized the countertop to fit in here. Created some more room for myself. So it's good. We're all done. I'm going to end this one here. I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you learned something, or hope you take ideas. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Oh, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Thanks again, guys.